Hey everybody, this is Ron and Debbie, and we're back for another edition of Ask Ron. Okay, Ron, our first question this week comes from Heidi, and Heidi's from Indiana.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Ron. I heard you mention on one of your webcasts that if you are not a realtor, you must have a contract in place to advertise a house for sale. If I have an option to purchase real estate agreement or standard purchase and sales agreement, would either of those be all I need in order to advertise the house for sale on my website and elsewhere?
It would, Heidi. Either one, you have the property under your control and you have an equitable interest in the property. But you still should check with Indiana law to make sure that you don't need a license to assign an option. There's a few states that you would, and I don't think Indiana is one of them, but it's worth a check. But the answer to your question is yes, as long as you have an agreement to purchase it, option it, or lease it, then you should have no problem advertising it. We just don't advertise that we sell houses that we don't have under our control.
Okay, next question is from Jeff Clayton, and Jeff is from Houston.
Hey Jeff, coming your way for a boot camp this year, man.
He says, howdy, Ron.
Howdy.
An axe seller prospect I have is concerned he won't be able to get a new loan to buy a new house in the city he's moving to if he sells his old house to me on owner financing. How should I handle this objection?
Well, it's a good objection on his part, and you can't tell him anything that's not true because he may have a little trouble. Now, I will tell you that if he shows them an all-inclusive trust deed document where you're paying him X number of dollars toward a monthly payment, and then he's paying out X number of dollars, that should be a wash so it doesn't affect his debt ratio. However, some lenders today are wanting that to be seasoned a while before they'll even consider it. So technically, he should not have a problem, should be a wash, but he may need to wait a while, and you can't promise him either way. So you just explain to him, look, it's my understanding that if you have income showing the outgo, you shouldn't have an issue, but you should check with your own lender on that. I can't make you any promises about that I can't keep.
Okay, next is from Pauline Sorkin. Pauline is from Minnesota.
Hey.
And she actually has several part questions, so I'll break it down a little bit. Okay, the first question is...
First of all, Pauline, if you're from Minnesota, you got to be frozen right now. As we sit here taping this today, we haven't had as high temperatures in Jacksonville since 1888 as we are having this week. Isn't that right?
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
I actually spent the day at the beach on Sunday with my daughter.
We are in the 80s here today, Polly-Ann. Eat your heart out. By the way, there are some houses down here if you want to move to Florida. We'll find you one. All right, go ahead.
All right. Her first question is regarding the option agreement, ACTS Possession and Lease Agreement.
Okay.
Where we asterisk the purchase price blank and explain below.
In the option agreement.
Yes,
Okay.
that the purchase price equals the loan balance at closing.
Yes.
She wants to know, can we then strike out the second line after that says no portion of the rental payments ... shall be credited against the purchase price as it contradicts the loan balance?
The answer is yes. Yeah, strike it out. You don't want to have any conflicting lines if possible. But remember, what you added, either by hand or by obviously what you added to any contract, will generally supersede anything that's in the print anyway, because it would be considered that was the true intent.
Okay, lastly from Pauline, what are the essential documents and information to get from the seller's lender when submitting the authorization to release form?
I don't need any information from the seller's lender, Polly-Ann. If I want to know what the loan balance is, they're receiving statements every single month generally that show what the loan balance is, and something in their documents that they're getting. And if you're at the beginning part of the year, they should have a end of the year statement for the previous year. So we don't solicit the lender for any documents whatsoever. Just don't need any in these cases where we're lease optioning or taking over the debt subject to. I just need to know that the loan balance is somewhere in the ballpark and that it's current. That's all. In fact, you can pick up the telephone and call their lender if you have the loan number and probably get the loan balance and whether it's current or not right through their voicemail system. In fact, I know you can. You just need to know what privacy information they're going to be asking you for. So go call through it once and find out what they're asking you. Call the seller and get that information and call that number back again. I know you'll need the loan number.
Okay, and our last question is from Matt Hell.
Hey, Matt, every week.
Matt
From
is
hell or hard water, there's Matt.
Matt's actually from Wisconsin.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, his question. When I talk to a seller and they ask why we want to buy the house before we look at it,
Right.
what do we say?
I don't know why we would ever get that from the seller, Matt, because you shouldn't be telling them you want to buy the house before you look at it. When you're on the telephone with them, you're just collecting information to determine whether you want to go look at it. So I'm not sure what you're saying that's triggering that kind of response. So again, I don't know if I want to buy it till I come out and take a look. I don't know whether I want to come take a look till I get through this information that I'm collecting now to see if we have a reason to get together. That simple.
Okay, that's all we have this week.
See you guys in Orlando next week, especially you Northerners. I hope you're getting out of the frozen tundra and coming down to see us. We're going to have a beautiful week down here. I promise you the weather's perfect, guaranteed. Guaranteed, the weather is perfect. At least it will be inside the hotel where we're going to be, that much I know. So listen, we got a lot going on. Make sure you get here. The truck is in the shop. We're going to give that thing away. And don't forget, if you got children between the ages of 13 and 21, please make sure they get registered for our Young Entrepreneur Seminar on Saturday. That would be the 26th. We've got a great seminar we're going to do just for that group. No adults allowed. And we're going to be taping it so the adults can get it. And we got a lot of cool things that you haven't even been told about that we're inserting. I have personally built 9 different lessons just for this convention that I've never taught before. So get registered right now. That would be newagewithron.com. See you in Orlando.